Hi, everybody. How are y'all doing? We are definitely back tonight. Okay. Let's go ahead and get into the Basketball Wives LA. They are really, really, really throwing some curveballs. Production on this is really, 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 really doing their big one. And I want to know did the production from Real Housewives of Atlanta like transfer out to LA because it seems like whoever is working on that show, they are really giving the people what they deserve. Okay. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into it. So this particular season, this particular episode was Ice Queens, right? And so, you have the beautiful ladies, they're there, and you know, here we are with a devastating story. So Brooke Bailey, she's a very beautiful woman, and also her daughter. So her daughter had passed away. They didn't really say why she passed away or how she passed away. Um, I heard about the story, but don't give me the line on what happened. So pretty much, Evelyn and this lady right here. So you have Evelyn, and then you have Bang Lady, and this is Vanessa right here. This is the lady that is really coming in, and she shook up the tables. This was her first time on, and she really made her mark. And she decided to come after Evelyn, and I thought that was a very smart move. You know what I'm saying? Hi, Tokyo, Nebraska. How are you? Welcome. He says, "Hi, sweetie." He said, "I've not watched this season yet. Love Brooke." I love Brooke too. Brooke has a very big personality. She does. You love Jackie as your favorite? I love Jackie too. Jackie can just be so messy. She will get in there and she will crank it up with the girls. She will definitely crank it up with the girls. And also, this lady right here, Jennifer, she really gets in there and she knows how to get a moment. And that's what I love about these girls. I don't know, it's just something about LA, just that, you know, just the facades and they give the girls what they want. It's like I love it. I don't have to live around them and go through it, right? So it started off with the replays. You know how they do like the replays of on last time's episode. So it was Evelyn saying, "Stop calling Amy. I'll call." And no, Vanessa was telling. Okay, so Vanessa was telling Evelyn to stop calling Amy, and Evelyn was like, "No, I'll call Amy whenever. Amy has my son." And so, if you guys don't know who Amy is the wife of Carl Crawford, whom Evelyn shares a son with, a 10-year-old son, right? And this was like 10 years ago. And when we talk about 10 years ago, that's when Evelyn had got with Carl. Carl told Evelyn that he was single. However, Carl was still attached at the time. And so, you know, I didn't really understand. I'm just like, okay, what is really going on? But it was just a friend that used an opportunity that had nothing to do with her, but was very beneficial to her. And it really got you know, the audience attention, right? Pay attention. Like I said, these individuals over here that's running this show over at VH1, like it's time for a cast switch up. Hustle says, "I'm about to get my cash out blessed. And when that happens, I will bless yours again." Thank you so much, my love. I really appreciate you. And thank you all for sending those cash apps and supporting the channel, supporting the content, supporting the channel for the people. Okay. Um, Tokyo, Nebraska says, remember when she said the name of Cognac and Tammy and everyone was laughing so hard? Yes. And listen, they, with the names, they are starting to call Vanessa's, I think it's Vanessa's friend. It's either Vanessa's friend or it's Brittany's friend, but they have a friend on there named Kalan. See, I'm calling her Kalani. Her name is not Kalani, it's Kelowna. Don't get me the line, but we'll get to her in a second. So now Evelyn and Brittany, they have a meetup, and Evelyn is so excited, and it's just a whole. This scene really took me out because you got Evelyn Lozado, and then you have Brittany Renner. Now that is, like all the homies, like I moving on. So Brittany and Evelyn, they have a talk, and Evelyn felt, Vanessa. Hold on. So let me just start this back over. So Brittany and Evelyn and Vanessa felt it was a whole big situation. No, 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 no. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay. So this is what happened. So Brittany and Evelyn is talking, right? And Brittany says that Vanessa felt called to help her friend like you did for Shawnee, right? Because when they were all at a dinner, Shawnee was in town. And remember, I told you that Shawnee wanted to meet up with the girls. And so there was a conversation about Brittany Renner meeting up with Shaq, right? So, you know, she was pretty much like checkmating Evelyn, like, don't come over here trying to check me about Shaq when, Vanessa checked you because her loyalty was with Amy. Vanessa's loyalty is with Amy. And I mean, you really can't doubt the girl, right? You can't doubt the girl. If I ride with you, I ride with you. But girl, I'm not about to. Yes, I would. I would call a person out. If you out here and you done said something about my friend, and I'm about to be on a reality show, and you're gonna be there. Oh yes, baby, I'm coming in blazing. I'm ready. Let's do it. Let's go. Right. So Brittany says no, that was not the issue. She says Shaq hit me up first. Okay. So Evelyn says Brittany reached out to her, and Brittany reached out to him and asked for dinner. So no, no, no. So pretty much Shaq reached out to her, and Brittany Renner took that opportunity to say, well, hey, let's go to dinner. Listen, if Shaq reaches out, I gotta get in close with this one, okay? If Shaq reaches out to me in that DM, I am going to make arrangements as well. Can we go out to dinner? Can we meet? Like, yeah, yes, yes, I would do the same as well. And then I'll tell my husband, like, hey, I got a meeting with Shaq. And who Shaq he is, the basketball, retired. He has like so many, you know, his hands in so many things, brand ambassador, he could get me in through some doors, and this is an opportunity, right? I mean, if you don't ask Shaq for dinner, honey, it is a problem with you. So I didn't understand why, you know, Evelyn was making it a big deal, like, "Evelyn, you know, if he reached out to you, would you go out to dinner with him?" You know? I mean, moving on, it was a lot, and I start to question Evelyn, like, "Evelyn, you of all people trying to go up against Brittany Renner and, like, trying to check her, right?" So, let's get it. So the paparazzi caught Shaq and Brittany out, and of course Evelyn brought that up. And Brittany pretty much wants to move forward and make strides, right? So Evelyn decides to let her know that her daughter Shanice's her 30th birthday, this, that, and the third. So I'm assuming that eventually there's going to be footage of, scenes or whatever where Evelyn is not going to be somewhere, but she's going to be partying with her daughter. So so Brittany goes into pretty much discuss like she has joint custody of her son with her younger boyfriend. And she her son is like left behind with her baby's father. And so she's saying that, she wants to get in a better position for the long term. And if you know Brittany Renner in positions, she knows a lot about them, right? And she definitely is on a show now, and she's really doing her thing. So she's hustling, and anyone that can help, she's definitely going to take that, the hand up. We call it a hand up and not a handout, right? Her child support is nothing. And, I don't even understand why that was even brought up, because it is child support. It's for the child to support that child, right? So they go on. So she's feeling guilty for leaving her son. And I can understand that, the guilt of being a mom. And for heaven's sakes, her son is like still, he was still small at that point. All right, so Vanessa calls Amy, you know and she lets her know about Shawnee's dinner. And they hash things. So Amy tells Vanessa, like, me, Carl, and Evelyn, we're all good. We're finally on the same page. Evelyn knows, she knows what it is. And pretty much they go forward and say that Vanessa expresses to Amy that, she felt like the girls in the group, they were piling up on her. I know Brooke had a few things to say. Um, and it was just a lot. And so Vanessa explains she went off because she was triggered. And I felt that, because in the first two episodes, Vanessa comes clean about having cameras in her home and not trusting her husband, because she had found him, he had a mistress. And she elaborates on the mistress and why she is so, like, really tough on this home wrecker. Any woman that comes in and tries to, like, separate husband and wife, right? And that's understandable. I mean, you're a married woman, and then you have like this single woman that comes in and just trying to, take over your life and your marriage, and she needs to really butt out and find her own. So of course, Amy's home was never the same after, the Evelyn situation. And that was very clear. But Amy says Evelyn, Carl, and herself were good, And Amy doesn't seem like um, she don't play. If Vanessa is coming off like this, I could only imagine how crunk Amy can get when it's time to go there. And so Amy pretty much tells Vanessa, lead with your heart, be cool, just get to know her. And I feel like that was a very mature response. because, that could have went left easy. Let's just say Amy was feeling the way still, and she says, "Well, yeah, go ahead and stick her on or give her a little bit of information just to amp her up so then she could go right at Evelyn, right?" But at the end of the day, I think Amy chose the higher role because they do have children together, and Amy doesn't want to seem like, that bitter friend or bitter baby mama, you know, in that type of way. Right. So, and now we're going to get on. So, Jackie and Jennifer, they meet for a girl chat, one on one. And Jen brings a gift, and it was a peaceful gift. It was actually a peaceful drink. It was a healthy drink. And if you guys know, Jackie is on like this health kick, and, she's working out and she's just really trying to pull it all together. And Jackie says that, she likes Brittany Renner. She likes Brittany Renner, but she loves Vanessa real bad, right? And she likes the way that Vanessa rides for her friends. And like I said, this is all going to come to the forefront. Vanessa is a ride or die for her friend. She said, "Girl, you're a home wrecker. You triggered me. It's been a while. I don't know if Vanessa, Vanessa knows about the chat and, the things like that and just how messy things got with them, right?" So it was just like, I wonder if this was like kind of like everything, every time Evelyn was in the headlines, I believe that Vanessa was triggered, right? So let's get into this. Hi, Miss Cat Medusa Productions. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Check. Oh, you know what? Actually, um, hi, how are you? Welcome. You got to check out the Basketball Wives of LA. This season, season 11, it is fun. It is definitely something to review. Go ahead and check this out. You guys go over and subscribe to Cat Medusa, Miss Cat Medusa Productions. She has an amazing channel. She does like her true crime and she does her content. She's very outspoken and she's a good lady. All right, hustle. But you're here. Yes. You should make me a mod, sis. I still haven't watched Basketball Wives LA, but I'm still here with you. Next time you do one of these, I will be caught up. Okay. And listen, I'm gonna text you the link to where you can I'll text you the link to where you can watch it, right? And it's on VH1. Oh my goodness. Okay. So let's get into it. So Jackie decides to tell, so no, Jen decides to tell Jackie about her young man. She's like, Christian, he's a young man, he's ready for marriage. He's a guy, like she's just really like melting over this guy. And she's like, he's not here to steal my car because I don't know if you guys know, in the past, Jen dated a guy that was an alleged scammer. And oh my goodness, he stole her Range Rover. Like this guy stole her Range Rover. And I'm just like, for a beautiful woman like yourself, and she seems like very, very headstrong. So like, I don't know. I just didn't see how a beautiful woman like her could just like kind of miss the signs when she had dated ball players before, right? So let's get into it. So Jen and Jackie are good now. Brooke is another question. So Jen and Jackie, they end up making ends. And actually, I was actually cool for that. I'm like, okay, Jackie is actually being, the mother of the group now. She's really stepping into that position because, you have these young girls around here and I believe Jackie feeds off their energy and they keep her young. And I'm glad to see Jackie. She's like in a good space this season. I feel like Jackie is really owning up to things that may appear or what's going on, right? Anything that comes up, she's like on it. But it's this young lady named Jacelle. Jacille, and she's from Memphis, but I don't really know a lot about her. But what I do know about her is I don't really notice her. I didn't really notice her in like the first two scenes. I'm like, okay, who is this woman and where does she come from? Right. So now we're at the scene where Brooke goes to her dad's home and, she brings some gifts. I feel like that is a beautiful thing. I love when I see people go and visit someone and take a gift, right? Take a nice, beautiful gift to them. It's like such class. And so let's see. So she had on her favorite daughter's shirt, and I was like questioning what was going on until like, we got into it got into the scene a little bit more, and she talked about her daughter, and that was her way of grieving, right? And she's grieving tough. So rest in peace to Brooke's daughter. Um, I know how it feels to, you know, lay a child to rest. It's never easy, and I deal with it on a daily basis, right? So they discuss her father losing his son and, how her dad was grieving in his own way. And, pretty much like people grieve in different ways. And, you know, um, Brooke expressed her grief, about her daughter. And, sometimes she catches herself like getting upset or wanting to yell or be mad at the world. And she has to like breathe, take it back, and, really reevaluate, um, what's going on. All right. And so very emotional. She explained that she's in therapy, and she said that she had to check herself, when she felt herself get angry. And she had to be okay with it's okay for me to be happy. Like my rest in peace to my best friend. She's right here on my wall. And I really shut myself off, and I was not as vulnerable as I am now. And it was a process. I didn't want anybody to get close to me. Like you know, I was cautious, I was very cautious. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna, you know, but the grief, it sneaks up on you. And I just say that, don't put a time limit on grief. That's, one thing I can say, do not put a time limit on grief. You'll have your days, and you know it's life. We all have to transition, right? So Brittany and Jacille are at the park, and like I said, Jacille is the Brittany Renner, and Jacille, so Jacille is a young lady from Memphis, right? And she has a wife. So they're setting up for the picnic. Brittany Renner gets to see her son soon. She's excited about that. Vanessa arrives, and Brittany wants to get to know Vanessa for her because, like I said, when Vanessa had come into the group, she had come in as Evelyn Lozato's baby's father's wife's pissed off friend, you know. So that's how she had come in. So they wanted to get to know her for her. So Vanessa says it's been 10 years ago when Evelyn got her friend Amy home in a different space. So I understood that because it's like, okay, let's say I have a friend. Okay, me and my friend, we're friends. And then my friend comes to me and tell me, like, girl, my dude, da 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 da, this dude. I'm gonna be like, oh my goodness, like, are you kidding me? And I'm going to feel a certain way about that. I'm gonna first check on my friend. Are you okay? How are you feeling? What's your thought process? And you know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, boom. So pretty much, um, that would have been my thing. Like I would have handled up. Like I would have really just handled up. I would have just handled up and been like, let me call her. And sometimes we want to do that. We want to come to our friends' defense and things like that. And like I said, it's a normal thing, right? Um, let's see. Um, Wani says, "Good evening, beautiful people. Your like, beautiful people, your like for this video is greatly appreciated. All donations, likes, and views support Queen Tulsa's platform. Yes, for the people. And there's a cash app. Ariel Summers says, I was a Real Housewives of Atlanta watcher. See, and I was too. And I want to say the reason why faux, faux. Um and so I was I was a real big Housewives fan. Like I was there for Nene. I was there for Portia. I was there for Phaedra. I was there for Candy. I was there for who else? Sheree. I was there because they swapped the wives out. But even the first go round, I mean Lisa Wu, she was cool. Who else? The the I forgot that lady's name, but her name starts with a D. And she dated that basketball player and she um oh my god. Oh my god. Ah, I just had a brain fart. But yeah, Fo, you got it. So pretty much yeah. So like I said, whoever is writing for Basketball Wives of LA, I kind of feel like they are given the concept of a basketball wives. I mean, it's a wide, housewife show, right? So let's get into this. So, like I said, Brittany wanted to get to know Vanessa for her, and like I said, Vanessa said that it was 10 years, and she felt the way about Evelyn and her friend, and it really weighed on Vanessa. So Vanessa brought a spicy friend to the skating, right? So let's get into it. So Jacille is a lesbian and she has a woman. And like I said, Brittany Renner is being complimented by the ladies. They're like, oh my God, you're so cool, this, that, and the third. I don't have no issues with Brittany Renner, but she can be controversial. I would love to sit down and have a conversation with her and just kind of be like, you know, you going to a campus and scouting guys, for your next relationship. I think that's very interesting. And, uh, how did, I would want to know more about it. Like, tell me some stories. How you doing? Stories. Okay. Let's get into this. So Brittany plans an ice skating event for the ladies. And so Brittany is buying her baby some clothes. Her son is still in North Carolina with the son's father. And, she calls her mom. She has a chat and they chat it up or whatever, mom and daughter type of chat. So Evelyn and Vanessa meets for a conversation at the park. I feel like Vanessa was very mature and I felt like she really put on her big girl panties, having a conversation with your best friend Amy, and then get in a conversation, get in the clear with Amy to okay, and for Amy to be like, okay, girl, go ahead and it's okay, push forward, but be your best you, she's good. And so let's see. So after getting the green light from Amy, Amy agrees to forgive. So I felt like that was very good, and that was what I wanted to see in sisterhood. Is let's squash this. Let's move on. Let's squash it. Let's move on and let's let bygones be bygones. But I notice, some women, they want to hold on to a situation. Oh, you did this. Oh, you did that. Girl, I forgive you. Forgive me. I apologize. Move on. That I have bigger fish to fry out here. Like I have bigger plans. We got bigger things going on. You know what I'm saying? All right. Um, let's get into this. So like I said, Vanessa agrees to forgive. So Vanessa was around when her friend Amy was hurt. According to Carl, the relationship was over between Amy and Carl when Evelyn was around. But that was not the case. And I feel like we all get in a space where we've all been played or we didn't play the guy. I didn't play some guys, played them like a sport, you know? Oh, girl. Yes. When I found out how guys were, I was like, uh-oh, checkmate. And girl, when I did it, they needed a Percocet. Okay, get into it. That's the whole nother story for a whole nother day. So listen. So Vanessa explained she got pregnant and her husband had a mistress. And that situation, she actually caught her husband having a conversation with the mistress and she was pregnant. And that ended up pushing her um because of the things that she said, because the husband told the mistress that his wife was pregnant. The mistress was mad that the wife was pregnant. The mistress threatened to go to TMZ and to out him for seeing her. And with all that, that caused Vanessa to have a miscarriage. And as her and Evelyn are speaking, Evelyn says, I can relate. I had three. And my heart just dropped because it's like, dang, the excitement of knowing that you're pregnant, the excitement of, you know, uh, the baby names and, how you're going to change and what you want to do. And, it just changes you, right? I've had a miscarriage before. A lot of people may look at me like I am crazy, and my husband can tell you. I went through a labor. It was a lot. It was an experience that I experienced. Queen Tulsa. I experienced a miscarriage. Let me call my husband. Honey, do you remember that one time that I had a miscarriage in the bathroom? Yeah. I know I was talking about miscarriages and how it affects people. But I decided to share my miscarriage with the audience. Um, so yeah, that's all I wanted to know. Is what did you remember? Okay. Love you. Talk to you in a bit. Okay. So yeah, a miscarriage is nothing to play with. Let's see. So Evelyn says, she gets it, miscarriages are just not nothing, nothing to nothing nice, right? But the pain and you're still a mother, you're still a mother. Okay. So Carl and Evelyn were supposed to get married, but she found out some things. So her Evelyn and Carl did not get married. So they didn't make it down the aisle. But they apologized. And so Vanessa, expressed that she ended up getting pregnant, you know, shortly, after all that. And her son, 7, is, the product. They apologized, they hug it out. The ladies should have been more responsible, not knowing one another. I feel like, but that was my thoughts. Those were my initial thoughts. But then knowing, okay, you know, me and my friend been cheated on, is mistresses involved, and you know yeah, I can understand where Vanessa had come from. And so um let's go ahead. And so Brooke, Jen, and Jackie meet at a girly store. So like I said, Jen and Jackie, they met. And so Jen decided to add Brooke in the equation. So so Jackie and Brooke can settle their differences, right? I felt like that was, oh my God, that was a great mediator, right? So Brooke explains Brittany's ice skating party to the girls and everything's good. So Jackie expressed Brooke is strong, and Jackie hasn't grieved her mom yet. And she doesn't know what to say. She didn't know what to say to Brooke when she lost her daughter. And Brooke is like, well, you're my friend. If nothing else, I don't know what to do, but I'm here. And so, she said when Kayla had passed, rest in peace, Jackie went ghost on her. And, she pretty much said, Jackie, if you don't know what to say, just say I'm here. Just support me as a friend. And they hugged it out. And I felt like that was a good thing because it's like, you don't sometimes you just don't know the words to say. Sometimes you just don't, right? So, Brittany's ice skating party. So now it's Jacille, Clay, Anna, and then Jen comes, but she doesn't skate because she has like a sciatica. So she wasn't trying to like risk anything. She's like, no, I'm good. I'll watch you guys from here. We'll watch from the sidelines, right? So Brooke isn't gonna skate because she says itches are on thin ice. And Brooke, I love her. I love her energy. I love her I love her style. Like she's a different type of energy. You got to be ready for her, okay? So, like I said, Brooke, she hi Norris Tony. Yes. Okay, so and hi, no flesh. So it was a lot. So Vanessa, Jackie, and Brittany, Jacille, Clayana, and I say Cardi B. Clayana is she kind of reminds me of Cardi B, like the little squeaky voice, and then she's buck wild. She's like "Rah, rah, rah," like a chihuahua, like ready to like get at you, right? And so moving on, Jackie and Brooke chatted up about their relationship. No, Jen. No, Jen. Hold on. Is it Jen and Brooke? Yeah, it was Jen and Brooke. Jen and Brooke chatting it up about their relationship with Jackie. Jackie, their differences that they had with her, and okay, now we're here, right? We're here. So Brittany brings out the bottle, at the skating ring. I mean, at this ice skating, and so Vanessa addresses the elephant in the room. Her and Evelyn, are cool. She explains they are good. And Vanessa felt ambushed due to Brooke being aggressive. And one thing I can say is, Brooke, you were aggressive, but Vanessa, she was aggressive just like you were for your friend Amy. And so Vanessa was saying, I was outnumbered pretty much. And she mentioned that earlier when she was on the phone with Amy. Pretty much she felt outnumbered. You're in a group full of girls, you don't know them, and you just coming in, you're coming full throttle, and you're doing you, right? So it is what it is, it's like everybody get you. It was like everybody getting their roll on. And so let's get into this. So Vanessa explains her triggers, what Brooke said to set her off, right? And so Brittany, she gets wasted. Now at this point, Brittany Renner is, she's wasted at this point. So she knocks over a drink and she's like, all right, cut me off, and this, that, and the third. So then Brittany gets wasted and Brooke stands up. And of course, Brittany is already lit. So anything aggressive, she's already on 10. Like she's ready to, she's feeling good. So now it's like, what's up? And so Brooke and her were conversating. Brooke stands up. Brittany says, what are you standing up for? And then they get into it. And so um what did she say? So Brooke was like, you're a sloppy drunk. And then Brittany says, your surgeon is sloppy. And there, girl, before you know it, Brittany dashes a drink in Brooke's face. And then the cast was escorted out of the ice skating ring. And so at that point, that's when, the scene was over, the show was over, where they come to an end. And so I'm 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 uh, I don't know what to expect on the next show, because you have drinks being thrown, you have people getting wasted. You know, you invited these people here, and you get wasted, and then you decide to cause a moment, and then you're excited about it at the end of the day. So I think that she's going to get some pushback. Um, with that. So that's all of my notes. So let me go ahead and jump in the chat with you guys and see what you guys think about the review of it. What do you guys think? Are you guys watching I was about to say Buffalo Wild Wings. Are you guys watching Basketball Wives season 11 this season? And if so, who is your who are you rooting for this season? Like, who's your fave? I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link in case you guys want to come down, come on up. Norris Tony, I caught your premiere earlier. Um, I was on the phone. I wasn't able to like jump in there, but definitely support you. You are amazing. I did share your your channel on the community wall. So if you guys didn't get a chance, I have a lot more things to be posting. Today has been a very eventful day. Um, and I enjoy it. I really, really, really enjoy it. Okay. So we'll wait around for about, a minute or two to see what you all think about this review. Did you guys enjoy the review? Let me check our poll. I said, have you been watching Basketball Wives LA? 23% say yes, and 77% says no. Okay. So here, let me go ahead and give you guys this. Um, Let me go ahead and drop this link in the chat. And this is how you can watch it. And it's totally free. Okay. So you don't have cable. I don't have cable, but this is how I watch the shows. So, be entertained. Get on there and get you some shows, catch up with the shows. And then that way we can engage together. So that I want to, if you guys feel a type of way about the show, or individual, or if you want to call something out and you were like, oh, she was wrong for this, like, definitely want to hear it. Yes. So I believe that is a wrap. And I'm actually doing good on time. See, if I just go off my notes and don't really focus on the chat and then come back to the chat at the end, I can really get through it, right? But we've been here for 43 minutes, and that was amazing. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I was on the phone for about maybe an hour and some change, an hour and a half, almost 2 hours, with my good person, right? And I was like, oh my God, I gotta I was like, I should postpone the show. And I was like, no, I'm gonna keep my word. She said, yeah, keep your word. And so I got off the phone and I looked at this that so the episode was like 40 minutes long. I got through it all, and yes. I just learned that I have ADHD. I knew it was something, but I have ADHD. I will be tuned into so many things, and my beautiful person told me that today. And so I definitely want to thank my beautiful person, that my beautiful person knows who they are. Um, Thank you so much. Thank you guys for following me on this journey. Let's get this content. Let's have a good time. Definitely, definitely, definitely. We cover local topics, after dark, entertainment, celebrity news. We do interviews. We are we do a little bit of everything. So right here is where you want to be. If you have any ideas, if you have any show ideas, if you have any topics that you want me to cover, feel free to feel free to um email me. The steaks were amazing. The steaks were amazing. Listen here. I had to I'm gonna be honest. I went and I got my plate, my plate is ready. I got a piece of that steak and I got one potato. And I said, "Oh my God," because I had to have self-discipline. If I had that steak, potato, and that salad, baby, I would be somewhere snoozing right now. Okay, you hear me? You hear me? Seriously, it was amazing. It was amazing, and I can't wait to get in there and finish it off. Okay, finish her. That mortal baby. I'm going to finish her. Okay, you guys make sure you um definitely set your notifications. And like I said, you're going to get a little bit of everything over here. Shout out to Angela Stanton King and for the work that she does. And for the mothers, you guys check her out. Auntie Angie's house, she's located in Atlanta, Georgia. I know she takes donations on baby's clothes. So, ladies, if you have baby clothes, you don't know who to give them to, you don't want to take them down to the where they're going to sell the clothes. If they're in good condition, I would say give them to a baby that's just arrived in this world that can use clothes. Okay, we got to pay it forward, and we got to each one teach one. And on that note, I don't think that I did the daily devotion. Did I do the daily devotion today? I believe I did. I don't think I posted it in the Patreon. I got to post it in there before the day is out. So daily devotional. Did we do our daily devotional today? Okay, yes, we did. Um, so our daily devotion today was faith to be less. Smaller roles in God's kingdom don't have smaller joy. October 24th, 2023. John 3, 26 through 31. In today's passage, we see the disciples of John the Baptist showing concern for their leader, or perhaps for the viability of his ministry. The one you identified as the Messiah is also baptizing people, they said, and everybody is going to him instead of coming to us. They knew John wasn't the Messiah, or at least that he said he wasn't. Perhaps they hoped his ministry would continue to be relevant and that he received the respect he deserved as a prophet. For these reasons, John's response may have surprised them. This joy of mine has been made full, he said. Jesus must increase, but I must decrease. John's faith in Christ enabled him to handle being less. His faith meant stepping from center stage into the shadows. But John had no sadness or regret. He felt only complete joy. The baptizer understood his role, his faithful service, which Jesus acknowledged after Herod had John arrested. Matthew 11, 9 through 10, was just that service. John recognized that his primary work was to set the stage for the Messiah. Our role in God's work is similar. Like John, let us find our fullest joy in bearing witness, embracing the lesser role that points to the Savior says, "Behold the Lamb of God." All right, that was our daily devotional. And I really want to thank you all for coming out and tuning in. Shout out to our mods. Shout out to everybody that engaged today. If you were able to like, share, subscribe, or even donate to the platform, we really appreciate you. All of your support means a lot. This channel is for the people. Okay. And on that note, yes, absolutely. So on that note, we're going to go ahead and get on up out of here. And it's time to, it is definitely time to eat. Okay. So on that note, so long and
Girls need love, say something. Girls need love.